What's up, everybody? Yeah, it's recording. Um, Hold on, let me get in the light. Let me see me a little bit. To the people who know me, what's up? It's been a while. If I ain't seen you, since school. I'm just making this here video because I'm just now getting into that webcam deal. Can't even really see myself. Black boy. Hey, but anyway, I just wanted to say what's up, and I want to say a couple things regarding some of my posts, lately on that Facebook deal, I might put this on YouTube, but it don't really pertain to YouTube. It's just something for people, who know me if they want to look at it, check me out. I might be talking for a little minute because I got something to say. Uh, First of all, you know, I want to say to a particular person that won't answer the phone or return my calls because they know they did something real fucked up. I just want to say, fuck you. You ain't family no more. You know, y'all know him by J Roc. His name is Gerard Shaw. And I'm just doing this because, I know when I see him, if I see him and I don't want to see him, but if I see him, I'm going to say what I got to say. And I'm pretty sure, but almost 100% positive that he going to either lie or he going to say something that's going to be like, I don't know, like an excuse or get spotted with me or get loud with me or crunk or whatever you want to be. If he's drinking or however he be, you know, I just know I'm going to end up putting my hands and feet on him, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that because I know what he going to do. He going to have his peoples call the cops. Even if he don't, if it ain't his idea, he stay with his mama. If she see what I done did to him, she going to call the police on me. But first of all, let me go ahead and say something about what I put on there about him stealing my TV out my house. Now, this the deal. I'm out of town up here in Virginia working for this power plant, right? This company that's doing some work at this power plant, put it like that. All right. Now, I came up here with a plan because I was in debt. I had just started this class in school and I still was looking for a job. I was still getting my unemployment and it was just enough to pay my bills, you know what I'm saying? And, waiting every 2 weeks just to be able to pay the rent. Then the next 2 weeks, you got some money that you can spend, but the rest you got to, budget and stack or whatever. That shit is like, I'm making more than that in 1 week. So I'm in a, good position right now, so to speak, you know what I'm saying? But this what the plan was. All right. At my house, me and my brother stay there, right? I rent that house. My brother is engaged to his girlfriend, and they planned on getting married and he was gonna move out. But when I came up with this job, that got postponed because I needed somebody there to watch the house for one, because I still got my possessions there. My car there, it broke down, you know what I'm saying? If it wasn't broke down, I wouldn't be up here working trying to get this money. So, like I said, I'm in a good position right now. But I got a pit bull, right? And shoot, that dog is like a kid, man. Really, he's still a puppy. He big, but it's like I looked into it and it was gonna cost me more money than I paid my rent uh, to keep him in one of them doggy hotels. It was gonna be like shit, like nine. The average price was 8 something, but it all boiled down to 900 a month. So anyway, I couldn't think of nobody I could ask to, look out for the dog because my brother was going to school and working and he got his girl that want his time. So, it was like, damn, I'm already, you know, being a burden, so to speak. So luckily, I got a call from my cousin the day before I left to come up here. And I was talking to him for a while, telling him I was going to leave out, and it hit me. I said, oh, let me ask cousin if he can do it. I asked him if he can come by there if I gave him the key, right? Could he come by there and feed the dog and walk him every day? He jumped at the chance to say, yeah, I'll do that. Like I said before, he stayed with his mama. He don't have no car, no license, so he ride the bus. And I was telling him that I was going to, but I didn't have no money at the time, but when I got paid, I was going to send him some money for doing that because, I was going to be sending them folks at the doggy hotel way more money. He was saving me a lot. So he was like, okay. So, I gave him the key to the house, the key to my car, and I gave my brother my other key to the car. And I call home and check on him and this and that. And what he said was, "Cuz you ain't got to send me no money. I do this, just off of love, out of love or whatever. You ain't got to send no money to me." I say, "Well, look, the kind of dude I am, and I'm still gonna do something for you." And he said, "Well, if you're gonna do something, send $40. You know what I'm saying? That's how much it costs for me to get a monthly bus pass." So I did that, and when I did it, I remember he told me, and I don't think I'm glad he told me, but I don't think he even realized what he was saying when he told me this. He was like, "Yeah, I got the money," and I gave my girl like $20 out the 40, and I was like, "Well, damn, you ain't even use it for what you said you was gonna use it for." And he had some kind of excuse. I can't remember. I'm thinking that he said something like, she was gonna give him the money back or whatever it was, right? So I'm thinking like, well, damn man, you've been getting around pretty well without me having to send you something anyway. But fuck it, he doing me a favor. I'm gonna send him some money. So the next month come around, I've been up here 2 months. So February rolled around and I called him and I told him, I said, "Hey man," well, I tried to call him. Well, I did call him, but I tried to contact him. He didn't answer or return my call. And I was gonna tell him, "Hey man, a situation just popped up to where my coworker who was in the room, it started out being three of us to a room and we paying $325 a week, right? The one dude who I rode with, he got out the room and had him a chick that come down from Florida and was in the room with him. And slowly but surely, they kind of like planned on getting a trailer. And they wound up moving out of the hotel. And they didn't even tell me nothing. That's my ride to work. Luckily, I don't got cool with some dudes at the job, and it's basically just based on my work. People respect you from, you working and you ain't complaining and bitching. And, some of these dudes like that. Me, I make the least amount of money because they've been out here longer. And a lot of them starting to smell their stuff like, well, I ain't doing that. That ain't my job or whatever. And here I am coming fresh out of, unemployment on a budget. I'm like, this ain't nothing. I'm doing it. Let's go. I got to have it. I got a plan. I'm on a mission. And they was digging that shit. So I wound up catching a ride, but hooking up with a dude to be my regular ride, right? But I still had to foot the bill of the hotel by myself. So I tried to explain that to cuz, like, "Hey man, I ain't gonna be able to do this. Not this time. I'm in a bind, so you gotta bear with me." And he was like, "Well look, I'm losing money being over here and this and that." I said, "Well, you know what, cuz, you give my brother the key back." And this is the second time I told him that. The first time I told my brother to tell him, get the key back from him because he had ran the light bill up $460 something dollars. And this ain't even the total light bill, it's just the previous. He ran it up because he forgot to turn the heat off like 3 different times. And he leave 5 in the morning and come back like 8, 9 at night. And that shit added up. And my brother, for the most part, he come home and probably go to sleep and shower and go to work when his girl had to go to work. But other than that, he was all up under her. He was never home. He was like, "Cool, cuz taking care of everything. I got it. I just drop in and then step out." And so he was the one who caught that. My brother was like, "Well, damn man, this motherfucker." He told me what the light bill was, and I said, "Get the key from him." So my brother told him what I said, but then my brother told him, "Nah, you just don't let that shit happen again, man." And according to my brother, he told the man 3 different times. And the first time he told him, he did it 2 more times after that. Now, when I talked to him, I was like, well, fuck it. He called me, and I guess he was waiting on me to say, "Yeah, man, what's up with the light bill?" I was like, nah, I'm figuring in my head, well, bro already got the key from you. He probably calling me just to, apologize or either try to clear up some kind of misunderstanding. So he just waiting around on the phone trying to see if I'm gonna say something, and then he started talking about some shit, and I said, "Well, let me say something about it. Well, what's up with that light bill shit?" "Oh man, nah, man, I forgot to leave it on, man. I forgot to cut it off and this and that." I said, "Well, look, bro said you did that shit. He told you once and you did it 2 times afterwards." No, it was only 2 times I did it." I said, "Look, cuz, I don't give a fuck, man. Bottom line is, the shit 460 something, he paid it. Don't do that shit no more, man. If you still gonna be there, man, I appreciate you, man, but, be aware. And cuz be drinking and being fucked up all the time, so I can just imagine how he not thinking about that shit because, for one, he don't pay no fucking bills, and he damn sure don't pay none at my house. He don't pay none at his mama's house. and it's just not no reality to him. He don't know what that shit like. He don't give a fuck neither, right? He too busy trying to whine to me about some bull childish ass shit, really. Anyway, make a long story short, the shit. He called me about that second month. He wanted me to send it, and I told him I couldn't. Then he said that he was losing money. I said, well, give him the key back. And he said, no, man, you know what? I can still go right there and watch the dog, but not as much. And I said, nah, just give him the key back. Because in my mind, I'm like, well, you just using my shit as a little spot to duck off with your little honeys and shit, and which was all good. My only rule was don't have no dudes in my house because I don't want nobody looking in there like, shit, I can come back and hit this spot. This nigga be drunk. I can, get in any kind of way. Or either having no chick that's faster than you that got her eyes on shit and her hands on the rest of the shit. I'm like, cuz don't have that kind of company around there. All right, man, all right. So he having them old good time. Well, I could tell that all his little different females start catching on to his game because, he on, that motherfucker got the phone ringing and, motherfuckers, I guess the chicks he fucked with, they question him because he lied to him a lot. So I guess they feel like, well, since you told me this, well, why it ain't like that. And so his chick started falling out with him, I guess. And now he got time to think and realize how fun it's not, to be over there. He thinking of other shit he could be doing. That's why he calling me, sweating me about this money. I said, well, look, what you need the money for, man? You need me to send you a carton of cigarettes? You need to send me to send my brother some money so he could buy you some liquor? Because I didn't want to put no money in his hand because I know he ain't going to do what he's supposed to do with it, But come to find out from a mutual friend of ours, he told me, he said, well, his mom buy him monthly bus passes. Maybe that's why he told me you was supposed to send him some money for the fucking dog. I said, why would he say that? That dog taken care of, man. And if I did need to get more dog food, my dad said he'll go get it. But I don't bought shit. I spent like 200 something bucks on that damn dog before I left. So he got food to last his ass. But cuz telling me it's for a bus pass. So when he found out that I couldn't send that shit to him, hold on, I think I heard somebody knocking on my door. Hold on. Hearing things, but anyway, he was like, well, okay. He called me the next day, talking real rough to me, on the phone. Cuz, I'm about to get out your shit. I'm waiting on my mama to come get me. Your key's gonna be in the mailbox, and I'm thinking like, damn, in the mailbox, where else could I tell him to put it at besides the mailbox? Hell yeah, the mailbox, nigga. How else I'ma lock your shit up, nigga? What? Who the fuck you talking about, nigga? I'm like, dog, I ain't with this tongue wrestling shit. Call somebody else to talk to him about this, because that's what he do. He called another motherfucker and talk about me, and that motherfucker called me and tell me what he said, silly shit. But I said, man, with this bullshit, just put the key in there and be gone. And when my brother came home that night, it was like 12 or 1 in the morning. He called me and said, it looked like J Roc took your TV, man. I got like a 31.5-inch plasma little TV deal, And this shit cost me over $500, and this motherfucker took it. Nothing else going in the house. This bitch had an air mattress over there. He left that, but he took my TV. And so I called him. My brother tried to call him. He don't answer the phone. I text him. He don't respond. I send messages on the voicemail and to his mama voice answering machine at the house. No response from nobody. Okay, yeah, you did it. In the messages, I'm like, you got a day to return that shit before I call the police, man. Called the police. My brother got a police report, had them checked for force of entry, and there wasn't none of that shit in the house, the doors, the windows, or nothing. So we like, yeah, you the only one had access to the house. You did it. So my brother went and talked to his mama one day before he went to work. And she was like, well, I don't know nothing about it. When I went to pick him up, he didn't have a TV. And the reason why he not answering his phone is because he said he don't want to be bothered because he felt like he was being used. Now, this motherfucker told me I owed him that money when we had that argument on the phone. I was like, owed you? Motherfucker, I ain't owe you shit. All you had to do is live in that motherfucker, man. You had it made, doing shit that you can't do at your mama's house. But I owe you. And you said you would do it just off the strength. And the one time I can't shoot you some bread, motherfucker, you break out and take my shit? So I'm hoping I don't see him, because I know I'm going to tell him what I need to tell him, and he going to say some shit to make me get off of that ass. And my sister told me, don't get in the mud with this motherfucker. He down dirty, he just showed you. Don't play with him, don't fuck with him. Don't waste your time on him. So if you see J Roc, fuck him. Don't fuck with him. Fuck that pussy ass nigga.